How's it going, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and this time it's another deck profile, but a deck profile on a deck that hasn't really turned up on the channel since the first video, mainly because in Master Rule 4 I didn't feel like this deck could work, and I'm annoyed that I gave up on them so quickly, because I've been working on them with a mate recently, and we've made Gagaga basically work, and it's a lot of fun. I'm having way more fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, and I'm in general a bit happier because I use humour as a way of coping with this pathetic world. And so, I just love humour and Zexal and everything, and so, I think I've mentioned before on the channel I do suffer from depression. I might get more into that a bit later on, and I mean by a bit later on, maybe if I manage to get out there, I might go and kind of do a draw of my life kind of thing. But probably not draw, just explain. But if you guys did want to see that, I wouldn't mind doing it. But for now, that will wait. I will show you my Gagaga that I've been working on recently, and we're playing like crazy. And hopefully you guys can play the deck too, because it's a ton of fun. So first is 3 Gagaga Sister. Gagaga Sister on normal summon searches a Gagaga spell or trap card, so that can literally search anything you want. And also, you can target one other Gagaga on the field, say Magician, and she pluses the levels together, 2 plus 4 is 6, and so both of them become level 6. Next is 3 Gagaga Magician. People run 2, and I don't understand why. I always want to see Magician, even though you can only control 1. I always want to see Magician, since Magician is, other than Sister, the best Gagaga. Because changing his level from 1 to 8 is just incredible. You can't use him for Synchro, but we don't play Synchro, we play Xyz. He's just a great card. Next is 2 Gagaga Child. Now Child is great on first turns, like amazing in first turns, but second turns not so much. And so, if you control a Gagaga monster except Child, you can summon this card from the hand, and if you do, this card becomes that level. You cannot use the battle phase the turn you use this effect, and yeah, that's why he's not really good first turn. Next is 2 Head. Now, Head is great and all, but only when you really need him, because when you control the monsters and your opponent does, you can normal summon this card without tributing, and he becomes level 4, which is awesome. And then when he is normal summoned, he special summons up to 2 Gagagas from the graveyard, but you can only Xyz summon the turn you use that effect. And also, if you Xyz summon using this card, you get to draw a card. And so, he's just like, oh, all my Gagagas are in the grave, and I have nothing. Top deck Head. And it's just incredible. Next is, for the final Gagaga, 1 Girl. I was running Girl at 3 because I just like doing the combo with Gagaga, Magician, and Girl. But then I realized if I draw Magician and Academy Emergency Network, I've just basically got Girl anyway, so I only needed to run 1, and I'm glad I did, because I got room for other things and made the deck more consistent. And also, Girl can only target Gagaga Magician to change her level. And the combo is, when she's used an Xyz summon, you make 1 special summon monster's attack 0. For the next monster though, 3 Gagaga Giant. So we got the common, the Ultra, and Star Foil over here. So the reason I run Gagaga Giant is because your search card, Onomatopoeia, searches 2 cards if you have another thing that isn't Gagaga. I'll get into that when Onomatopoeia comes up. When Gagaga Giant's normal summoned, you special summon 1 Gagaga monster from your graveyard, but both of the monsters change to defense, but it's just a free rank 4. And for the final monsters is 3 Effect Veiler. I love Effect Veiler. During your opponent's main phase, you can discard this card, and then target one face-up monster on the field and negates effects, and it's not once per turn. Plus, it looks like Miku, so plus on that. Now on to spells. 3 Onomatopoeia. Now, Onomatopoeia can only be activated once per turn, and when you do, you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and add up to 2 monsters from your deck to your hand, but you cannot add 2 of the same archetype or category. And basically, what that means is you can add one Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, Dododo, a total of 2, so say 1 Gagaga and Gogogo, but you can't add 2 Gagaga, if that makes sense. Next is 3 Revenge, because I wanted that to kind of play around the graveyard more than the deck now. You just want to get those 2 materials for your first summon, and then you just want to abuse those 2 materials as much as you can. So Revenge is Monster Reborn for Gagaga. You target 1 Gagaga in the grave, special summon it, and then equip it with this card, and if you do, when you see someone using that monster, you all Exceeds monsters gain 300 attack. Next is 2 Gagaga Wind. I only run 2 because you only want to see it when you have, say, Sister and Magician in hand, and when you normal summon Sister, Sister will search this. So I don't max out on it because after a while it becomes dead. And 2 Academy Emergency works, since Academy, if you control no monsters in your opponent does, you can special summon Gagaga from deck, but you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn exceeds. So this is it's okay. It's not good going first, but it's good late duel if you say have this in hand, then you draw another Gagaga, and you need that extra Gagaga from deck to get this Xyz off. So yeah, I definitely like running 2. I was running 3, but I put it down to 2 because I was bricking with it, and 2 has actually been fine for me. And next is 2 Gagaga Bolt. So I was thinking about running Cosmic Cyclone instead, but then, because obviously Cosmic Cyclone only has to pay 1,000 life points and you have to control a Gagaga for Bolt, but then I realized Bolt can destroy monsters as well, so I kind of wanted to go for having the option. So when you control Gagaga, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Next, I run a total of 3 rank ups, and that is 2 Numeron and 1 Admirations of the Thousands. So the reason why I run it like this is because Numeron, when you use it, negates all face-up cards on the field apart from the monster you summon, and that doesn't last until the end of turn. That those face-up cards are negated while they're face-up, and so that's just generally won me games. And then this has generally saved me games because this special summons all Xyz from the graveyard, graveyards, and all the same rank, and then you can make 1 Xyz monster from your extra deck, whose rank is higher than the ranks you're summoning. Also 2 Desires to draw into the rank ups, to draw into just any pluses really. You don't care what you banish. Next is 2 Scapegoat. This just helps you make a link monster. I hope this doesn't get touched on the ban list, but it's literally a free firewall or borrow load, so I can see kinda why it would, but I also can't at the same time, since there's so many ways to get around this card. Also 1 Monster Reborn for that final revival. And for the final 3 cards of the deck is 3 Storming Mirror Force, since the deck's disruption is actually really good, and this has just saved my life so many times, because people have gone overboard with their boards to try and OTK me, didn't think that I would have this kind of card face down, attack, and then everything just gets returned. Now for the extra deck. So to start off, you run the basic Utopia package. So Utopia, Prime, and Lightning. And so I don't know if I have to explain this. Lightning is just incredible because he becomes 5,000 attack and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when he attacks. Prime can destroy every special summon monster in your opponent's field and inflict 300 damage for each, but you become 10 life points, and also you have to have a 3,000 difference between your opponent. And Utopia is just Utopia. But we also run Utopic Zexal, because Zexal is easy to summon if you have the rank up in this deck. And also, it's Zexal, and also Ray V. So, Zexal's effect, if anyone doesn't know, during your opponent's turn you can detach an Xyz material from this card, and your opponent cannot activate card effects for the turn. In general, just no card effects. As well as he gains attack and defense equal to the number of Xyz materials on this card. So you go into Utopia, you go into Prime, and you go into Zexal, because you can't use Lightning for material. And so you get 4 materials, so he's 4,000 attack. So you basically get 3 turns of your opponent not killing this guy. And Ray V is just a better Volcasaurus. You'll go into the rank up for this, and if he has Utopia as an Xyz material, you can detach one Xyz material and destroy one card and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. He can attack directly as well when he uses this. This way he's a better Volky. Also, if he's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can put one Utopia monster in your graveyard back into the action deck. Next is one Red Eyes. So 2 level 7s, cannot be destroyed by card effects when it has Xyz material. Also, when your opponent activates a card effect, you inflict 500 damage to him. The detach effect we can't use, so I won't even go into it. Number 11, Big Eye, because once turn you can target one monster in the field, take control of it, and one monster your opponent controls and take control of it, but this card cannot attack for the turn. One Naruto, negates spells and becomes 3,000 attack when you Gagaga Revenge into this card. So, just a useful guy in general. They negate spells and traps. Next is Silent on Arc and Dark. So Silent on Arc, you can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card and then steal one of your opponent's Smash Summon monsters. And if this card would be destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can detach an Xyz material. And Silent on the Dark is just broken. Like, that's just me and Henry love Dark. You rank him up. Once turn, you can target one monster, special summon monster on your opponent's field, and put it in the Xyz materials. And also, when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card back from the graveyard, as long as there's a Silent on Arc in the graveyard, and gain 2,800 life points. There is no detach effect, but he floats and gains life points and steals cards. The final monster is one Baguska. If you can't make Zexal first turn, make Baguska. That's why he's in here. In defense, obviously all your opponent's monsters change defense. All monsters change to defense and lose their effects. And for the final 4 extract monsters is Borrowload, Proxy, and 2 Link Spider. And that's because if you activate Scapegoat and get 4 tokens on the end phase, you can use 1 token for the Link Spider, then use 2 of those tokens for the Proxy, and then use 1 token for Link Spider, and then use all 4 to go into Borrow. Borrowload, most people know what he does. He can't be targeted with monster effects. And also, you can target one monster on the opponent's field, it loses 500 attack. As well as, if this card attacks an opponent's monster, you can take control of it during the damage step. And so, he's just a good card. So, that has been my Gagaga deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure as hell enjoyed the hell out of this deck. And I'm so glad I rebuilt it. For those who would say, what's your side deck, or where's your side deck, I'm still in the making of my side deck. I can show you what I've got up to. Not everything in the side deck's sleeved yet. Still, like I said, it's still in the works. But right now, I've got my Ghost Ogre, a couple of Chaos Hunters, Academy, Triple D Barrier, and Solemn. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stick around if you want to see more. Almost at 100 subscribers, which is actually kind of crazy, because I started off the year with 42-ish, not even that, and the fact that it's gone up to 100 in a few months is crazy, and the amount of support and in general how much you guys are just... The positive feedback from my content is just... it is just lovely to see. So, I hope you guys stick around for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.